Hi, welcome to Simri P. Today I've got a simple fruit tart. It requires no blind baking. It's got a nut base with a pear top, or you can use berries if you've got them. So if you'd like to see how to make a simple fruit tart, come with me and let's see. So step one, pop your oven on 215 degrees C and you need to prepare your tin. So I'm doing it in a loose bottom tart tin today, and I've just greased that with some butter. And I've got it on a baking tray ready to go in the oven. So we need to do our base first. So I've got my stand mixer here and I'm just going to whip up my butter. So what have I got? I've got 90 grams of butter. That's about 6 tablespoons. So it's just softened to room temperature. So we're just going to add in 100 grams of caster sugar. That's about a half a cup. So we just whip those two together. Oh, we're also adding a little bit of spice. So I've got cinnamon here. So we're adding 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Sometimes I talk too fast. So I've got some walnuts here. So I've started chopping them just finely. So that's 50 grams of walnuts that we need, or 1/3 of a cup. Okay, they're all chopped. So we'll just pop them in as well. Lift that up. Then we also need some flour. So it's 100 grams of flour or 3/4 of a cup. And I'm using spelt flour because that's my favourite flour, but you can just use regular flour or all-purpose flour. So let's just mix that together until combined. And then grab your tin ready to press it in. Now the mixture will look a little bit crumbly, but don't worry because once you press it into the tin, it'll be fine. So I'm just going to stop that and do the rest by hand. We'll grab all that off the stand. So that's what it looks like now. It's all crumbly. Okay, now we'll throw that in here. Oops. It might be a good idea to actually get it in the tin. And then you just use your hands to press it in. Or you can use a fork. So my aim is to get it just gently up on the sides. We don't need it to be too perfect because once you put the filling in and it bakes, it kind of just does its own thing. I'm just going to grab this little fork and just press it down with the fork. Now while we're making the filling, I'm just going to place this in the oven and let it chill. I'll say that again. Let's just chill this in the fridge while I make the filling. Okay, I'm all cleaned up. Next part of the recipe is doing the cream cheese filling. So I've got 225 grams of cream cheese already out of its packet, and that's about 8 ounces or about a cup. So what we need to do, we need to whip that up with a few other little ingredients. So I've got 1 egg here, so I'm just going to beat that up. I'm going to pour it into the cream cheese. There's 50 grams of caster sugar I'm adding in, which is 1/4 of a cup. We've got a little bit of vanilla. Just going to do 1 teaspoon of the vanilla. We want to make it really smooth, so I'm going to grab my electric beaters out. So now I'm just going to whip that up until it's really smooth. One thing you need to do is you really need to make sure that your cream cheese has been out of the fridge for a while and room temperature, so it's lovely and soft. So I just grabbed my tart shell out of the fridge, not the oven. Keep saying the oven. I'm just pouring this mix, the cream cheese mix, into the tart shell. And now we just need to chop up our pears. So as I said before, I've just grabbed a tin of pears and they're already ready to go. It just makes it so much quicker. But if you've got fresh pears, pop them on and drain off all the liquid. And just grab a little knife and just trim them. No, just slice them. About 5 or 6 pieces depending on how big the pears are. So these ones are a different brand to ones I've used before. So we've got a few different sizes. So I'm just going lengthways down from the top of the pear down. And then starting on the outside edge, I'm doing the curve of the pear. So we make like a little flower pattern and overlapping it slightly. And you just can press it in a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because it comes out fine and it looks so pretty. So now I'm going to bake it for 10 minutes at 215. Let's pop it on the tray. And it's just so much easier to lift it in and out of the oven. Oh, I just forgot one thing. Rewind. Before we pop it in, we're just going to dust it with a little bit of sugar. So this is just regular white sugar. And it's just 1 teaspoon. Not completely necessary, but just adds a little bit of extra sweetness. And I'm just going to add a sprinkle of cinnamon. So I'm just going to dust it lightly with cinnamon. Again, this is optional, and I almost forgot it. Now we're going to bake it. Time is on 10 minutes. So the time is going off, and I just need to pop it down to 175. And I'm putting the timer on for another 15 minutes, and then it'll be finished. So we're back with our simple tart, and I've let it cool for over an hour, so it's ready to eat now. So if you've liked my video today, hit the thumbs up, share it with a friend, pop a comment below and let me know what you think of this, and try it yourself and let me know what your favorite fruit is. And if you've got any other ideas on videos that you'd like to see, send me a little note. You can go to my channel page and there's an email address there. You can email me, or you can follow me on Instagram at SueMarieP or Facebook at SueMarieP. And don't forget, consider subscribing. I need all the support I can get. I'm a one-man person. A one-man person? I do everything myself. I film, I edit, I cook, I bake, I eat. No, I get help with eating. Anyway, enough talking. So thank you for watching. And I'll pop a few other links up above for other tarts that I've done. And I'll see you next time. Bye.